just get up every morning and love what you're doing.
6 years in the business, what's your highlight? What do you want to know?
How do you choose between Sinatra, Ray Charles, Aretha, Michael Jackson, Shaka Khan, and 50 Cent?
Quincy Jones was the ultimate music producer.
I like to make a record I'd like to hear.
He's just the best that there ever was in his field.
I've been in entertainment since I was 12 years old, so all you can do is just reach for those instincts and leave some room for God to walk through.
He won 28 Grammys, 3 for We Are the World in 1986.
Well, Stevie, Michael, and Lionel were here, so we're just getting ready to cut the track.
The hit song featured 46 of music's biggest stars.
It's true we make a brighter day, just you and me, instead of better. Everybody say brighter, because that's what they're saying anyway.
We Are the World went on to become the biggest selling single in both U.S. and pop music history.
It was a fun session. It's hard enough with one singer. Think about 46. I think we had some divine help there that night.
Quincy's start as a teenager, playing the trumpet.
I've been blessed since I was 19 years old. I got a chance to travel with Lionel Hampton's band. Count Basie adopted me at 13. I came up with Ray Charles when I was 14. He was 2 years older, but he seemed like he was 100 years older.
Quincy's legendary musical influence paved a path to success. Over his 7-decade career, he composed more than 50 film and TV scores.
That theme I wrote 40 years ago for Soul Bossa Nova, that thing. And it's turned all around now and it's hit a whole different. My daughters were telling me about it, and I couldn't believe it. That's all you gotta do is just stay around long enough.
This is where the movie gets its mojo, baby.
Groovy.
Yeah, Quincy made superstars: Will Smith, Oprah, Michael Jackson.
I met him at just 12 years old with Sammy Davis's house one afternoon, just hanging out. Then I didn't see him again until he was about 20 or 21 when I did The Wiz. I was the music director for The Wiz. And the first thing he said to me is, could you help me find a producer for my solo album? Anyway, one thing led to another, and I finally said, I'd like to take a shot at it. And the record company said, no, he's too jazzy. Quincy's too jazzy, wrong producer. So Michael, don't worry about it.
Jones produced 3 of Jackson's most successful albums, Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, with sales of over 150 million combined. When we sat down with Quincy in 2009 after Michael's death, the tragedy was still sinking in.
I still don't know how to process it. It's surrealistic almost to me that he's not here.
He was also pivotal in Oprah Winfrey's career, casting her in The Color Purple, which he helped produce.
But I kill him dead before I let him be me.
Quincy Jones was going through Chicago, saw my talk show, and said, I think that would make a good Sophia. And I screen tested for it.
She was Sophie, and she delivered too. She had Sophie's persona, and it came straight through the script.
Will, hey, Will's my uncle. Hey,
As a TV producer, he gave Will Smith his big break, casting him in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
Quincy Jones called me and said, listen, I have an idea, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I want you to read the script. I read a piece of a little script that they'd had, and it was a situation where the deal had to be done tonight or it wouldn't happen. So inside of about 4 days with me, it went from concept to signed deal.
They're gonna see, when they see Will, they're gonna see a beautiful performer with a maturity that's far beyond his age.
Q made a cameo during season 1. His protege, singer-songwriter Tevin Campbell, did too.
I met Quincy when I was 11 years old. I think he had saw a videotape of me singing in a club, and he signed me.
He teaches you so much, and you also feel very comfortable around him, which is the greatest thing, I think.
And Quincy had a big impact on The Weeknd. He was emotional, recalling the lessons his idol taught him.
I actually first met Quincy Jones in Vegas a long time ago. When I got off stage, he was waiting on the side, and there were fans on the other side of the stage, like screaming and trying to get my attention. And he stopped. He stopped me and he said, "Go take pictures, sign autographs, and I'll still be here waiting, you know? And they're just more important." He was teaching me a lesson in that moment that nothing is more important than the people. And giving back is always better than receiving.
Quincy was always learning. His health issues taught him to make the most of every moment. In 1974, he underwent brain surgery twice for aneurysms.
It's nature's way of getting your attention, you know, to make you live your life, you know, really live it.
I asked the doctor afterwards, what is that process, what was going on at that time? And he said, you were dying, you know. I had to try to rehabilitate, you know, and I go through therapy to be able to write because it's frightening to see, you know, those big jagged edges, you know, when you're trying to write again. And dropouts in memory. So that's scary, that's frightening. I mean, people real close to you, you know, and it just disappears.
And in 2015, Quincy suffered a stroke that left him in a diabetic coma. He credited his family with helping him through it. The mega producer was married 3 times.
I got 6 beautiful daughters, a son, 7 grandchildren, and a great-granddaughter. And that's my pride and joy.
He's proud, I'm proud.
Quincy's daughter, Rashida, had this surprise revelation.
He's never driven in his life. He got a bad car accident when he was young, and everybody else was, sorry, it was dark. But anyway, point is, he's never driven. But to me, that is the key, like, that's a key to how cool he is. Because if you're that cool, like at 87, you never have to drive, that means you're cool.
Quincy is one of those people that just transcends age, and he's just universally beloved.
If you ever run into anybody who doesn't like Quincy Jones, you need to run the other way, because that is a dangerous person.
I love this man for a long, long time. How long has it been, Snoop?
Since I was knee-high to a flea-high.
I knew him before electricity.
My dog, Q.
My dog, Usher.
He calls me his Chicago baby, so that's what Chicago is. I've been blessed to sing for him several times, you know.
Believe in that magic that's inside your heart.
To know him as a friend and to have him guide me through my career, what better person to take my problems to? Every time I come with a problem, he starts laughing because it's not a problem. He's already been there, done that.
What sign are you?
What's your sign?
What's your sign?
What's my sign? Libra. What's your sign?
Pisces, Leo rising, and Scorpio moon.
Quincy is a Pisces. He's cool. He knows what it is to come from nothing to something and to have someone give you a hand up. So he's helped so many other people.
Cool Quincy was always quick with a smile and a laugh. He joked to us he wanted to live to be 100 years old.
That's what I want on my tombstone. Born 1933, died 2033.
Love what you're doing. You know, love it. If you just love it, it's then you can receive whatever God sends down that it has in mind for you, and that's really what I think it's all about.
What's your legacy?
I don't have a clue. I'm just going to keep on doing my thing and hope that it will mean something to somebody.
I don't think there's one person in the world that has loved music that has not been touched in some way by Quincy Jones.
For every musical gift he gave, Q grounded his life's work in giving back, raising over $63 million for social causes, civil rights, AIDS research, disaster relief, worldwide hunger, and dozens more.
I'm often asked why giving back and trying to help others is so important to me. And the answer is very simple, it's who I am.
And here is Quincy Jones.
My teacher used to say to me, your music will never be more or less than you are as a human being. The human being is first.
He gives away money that people don't even know about. So we're talking about the embodiment of the biggest giver.
Quincy Jones, you know, has a generous heart. I think Quincy Jones knows more significant people who have changed the world than anybody I've ever met.
It's a blessing. All life is about is love, laugh, live, and give, right?
That is so
If you don't do that, you're not living.
All praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright, this video is going to be a quick report on Quincy Jones, who passed away at the age of 91. Now, they didn't give a cause of death for Q. Alright, if you want to call him, yeah, Quincy Jones, who's known as Q. Alright, or some people called him that. The dude died at the age of 91. No cause of death, like I said, but you can speculate. Alright, had been through a lot of different health issues over the years, brain aneurysms, diabetes, right? Anyway, if you see him here, this is him right here sitting on the floor, and you see what position he got his hands in, right? 666, right? Just so you know. Anyway, he did a lot while he was on the planet, man. The dude, you know, touched all kind of music, right? A lot of big names he worked with, Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, on and on and on. And you know, he was a blessed dude. You know, blessed, as you can see him here. But as we know, he was of the world, of course. Quincy Jones was of the world, and been rumored to, you know, be a freak, man. Just to be honest with you, you saw Will Smith with him, you know, and Tevin Campbell, different people, and he's been said to have relationships with both men and women, which is not far-fetched for a Hollywood figure, especially a dude of his caliber, because he was like rich, you know. I think his net worth at the time of passing was what, $500 million. So he left a massive fortune behind for his daughters, for his children, let's say, because he had daughters and sons. I think he had like 7 kids, 3 different wives, which all of which was white ladies. I don't know if you ever married a so-called black woman. At the end of the day, like we tell you, these celebrities, they're of the world, man. And this dude was, you know, full of witchcraft, you know, demonic. And the reason I say that is because, of course, the people he was dealing with, them high-level Hollywood types. I think I heard somebody call Quincy Jones, he was Diddy before Diddy was Diddy. All right? Supposedly, he break in people, groom them. You can speculate, you know, all you want. You can just imagine, though. I mean, the dude was brilliant as far as the musician is concerned. All right, but now he ain't here, so that's it. So let's just read a few scriptures. I'm not gonna make it long. There's a little article I ran into, Daily Mail. Quincy Jones's comments about Diddy resurfaced after his death. You can see him here. Quincy Jones, Diddy. I forgot this other guy's name right here on the end. He's about it too, famous. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Legendary music producer Quincy Jones saw through Diddy more than a decade ago, as revealed in his scathing review of the rapper's musical abilities in 2012. Jones, who died at the age of 91 on Sunday night, didn't fall for Sean Diddy Combs' bravado and was not afraid of expressing it either. The music titan slammed Diddy at a Spotify launch event during a conversation with Bruno Mars and audience members in June 2012, saying the rape-accused rapper wouldn't know a B-flat if it hit him. Well, you know, Puff Daddy's strong suit was never playing music, okay? It goes on. Instead, according to Jones, P. Diddy was a doctorate in marketing. He's got clothes companies and Ciroc vodka, while adding that artists should learn your craft. Jones is famed for producing Michael Jackson's Thriller album and collaborating with artists including Frank Sinatra and Ray Charles during his storied career. And you can see the two right there. Really, at the end of the day, I think maybe, like I said, Quincy Jones helped groom Diddy, you know, taught him probably damn near everything you know. A lot of secrets involved. Now you two, you know, well, I can't say both of you. Quincy Jones ain't here no more. So he probably was jealous because Diddy got up in there and he made a lot more money than Quincy Jones did. He passed him in wealth, even though he hadn't done all the music that he did. But that's because P. Diddy was he's a gigantic serpent, man. That dude's a big snake. Anyway, that was just a little something. Let's read a little more. It says, when Jones's comments about Diddy blew up at the time, he shared a Facebook post to say he didn't mean any ill feeling toward the rapper. No controversy, no diss. I have nothing but love and respect for Diddy and all that he has achieved as an artist and an executive. Always have and always will, he wrote. His publicist Arnold Robinson said he passed away Sunday night, surrounded by his family at his home in the Bel Air area of Los Angeles, California, no cause of death was given. All right, so they didn't give a cause of death. Now, also, Quincy Jones was credited as being the person who gave Will Smith that role of the Fresh Prince. So you already know, and I remember hearing Tupac had said, and I don't know how true it is, but Tupac said in an interview, or I read it or somewhere, that Quincy Jones wanted him to come over there and, put the smack down on him. He was dating his daughter. Tupac was dating Kidada Jones, which is Quincy Jones' daughter, and it was said that, he was told Quincy Jones wanted to come over there and, do it to him. Y'all know what I mean when I say do it to him. Anyway, freaky as hell. As if Hollywood types often are, but they're nothing but people of the world. We're not worried about it. Just giving you the news report. A lot more stuff going on in the world, more important than this, than some old music mogul rubbing elbows with all kind of Edomites. Of course, he was down with the world. More important things than that. We ain't worried about Quincy Jones. He in the spirit world. That's it. He was an Israelite, of course, with all that musical ability and talent, but he ain't had nothing to do with the Lord. He wasn't worried about the Most High. Just because you say God in your title, when you doing this and doing that don't mean shit. He was of the world, obviously. This is 1 John 2 verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. And as somebody told me, at least he didn't have his and this dude was even credited. He wrote that that opening for Austin Powers. So like I said, he got a lot of pull in Hollywood. He was so far up to the point where his little scandals and different shit that he was doing, he ain't never even come out. I think my wife was the one that said to me, she ain't never heard Quincy Jones' name mixed up in those scandals. Neither have I. He kept whatever he was doing private, but when you got that kind of money, I think, as a matter of fact, I think he was a protected type of person in Hollywood. When you get to a certain level, those Hollywood elites, they really protect you. Like if you bring in a lot of money, use a cash cow, this and that, they'll protect the shit out of you. When you look at people like Steven Spielberg and ones like that, they protect it, man. They do all kind of shit, all kind of nasty shit. Most of them be Satanists or Scientologists, and they just use the word God. They throw it around loosely. That don't mean shit. It's about what you do. It ain't about what you say. Anyway, he was of the world, all right, and he wasn't of the Father. So that's it. Ain't nobody gonna be in the kingdom talking about, ooh, that's Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones gonna be a regular ass nigga in the kingdom of heaven. Let's read here on James chapter 4 verse 4. It says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. And that's anybody. If you're a friend of this world, the Lord is not with you. Many of us had to forego riches, right? We put aside our goals to be celebrities, to be famous, to be rappers, musicians, ball players, all kind of things that we had, all kind of dreams that we had. We forego that stuff. Now, at the end of the day, it was the Most High plan to take us for his own, and we're so thankful that he did. But many of us had those dreams. You had a lot of brothers and sisters with voices that could sing, can produce music, can do all kind of stuff, act. We had brothers from the NBA world, NFL world, college basketball, all kinds of stuff. However, the Lord didn't put us here for that, right? What did he put us here for? To preach and teach the gospel, and we all right with that. We'll get our riches in the kingdom of heaven, but on this side, this world is corrupted and it's all fucked up. You can see. And when you notice, anybody that you see him in pictures with and all that, they just as corrupt as him. Will Smith, Oprah Winfrey, right? All them different people, man. They're all a bunch of corrupt demons. Because that's what you have to be. You have to be a tool of Satan in order to be in Hollywood. And Quincy Jones, He wasn't just some musician. He was a Hollywood figure. He lived in Bel Air. You see, he was a big time guy, man. So he got a lot of secrets and a lot of blood on his damn hands. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, the judgment is the judgment. He already passed away. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. Now, if I had to guess, Quincy Jones' ass could be in the lake of fire. Okay? He could have had something to do with Michael Jackson dying. I mean, I know they had a beef. He worked with him and produced his major albums. Because I saw another documentary about it or whatever yesterday while I was, working. But I know he had one time after Michael Jackson died, he actually sued the Michael Jackson estate for royalties that he was owed. And I think he won like $9 million from the state. So that dude was about money. Okay, he was about money. You can see him here with Tevin Campbell, of course. Looked like Tevin Campbell, Saida Garrett. But, Tevin Campbell got all messed up. He was passed around in Hollywood. So, these people got a lot of dirt on their hands. Like I said, at the end of the day, Quincy Jones, he gonna come back on that day. And he going into the damn lake of fire, if I had to guess. Anyway, this is 1 John chapter 4. I'm gonna go to verse 5. I started 4. It says, ye are of the Most High, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. In the court of public opinion, everybody would say, Quincy Jones is one of the greatest. He this, he that. But you got to look a little deeper than that. That's what the scriptures mean when it says that, gain the whole world and lose your soul. Because guess what? You can see another homosexual, The Weeknd, Tevin Campbell. See all these dudes giving Quincy Jones all this credit. You know what's going on behind the scenes. You already know. You already know. And that dude, when you get Hollywood like that, you done did so much, had so many women, the regular thing is not exciting you anymore. You need that dude was a heavy, high-level warlock ass nigga. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. He's a man of the world. We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. He that is not of the Most High heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And if you got a problem with anything I'm saying, it's probably because your ass ain't right. All these fucking, look at this dude, man. Feminine ass nigga. And I don't see the big deal about The Weeknd. His music ain't all that. He ain't really got no real voice. He probably good on his knees, little demon. Anyway, like I said, this dude, he was instrumental in a lot of music, talking about Quincy Jones. He was just the one that the Most High put here to bring forth, all that music. I mean, he had a great career. But at the end of the day, he played his role. And his role, he had a lot of different shit he did and went through. Brain surgery, you just saw come across the screen, right? So he been through a lot of shit. The Most High chastised him, but he left him here for a period of time, but now he ain't here no more. So let's get that scripture. See, because the dude did gain the whole world. Matthew 16:26, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And he was a big sellout. Mark 8:36, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And you really can't lose your soul. But he wasn't, the Lord wasn't dealing with Quincy on a spiritual level. He gave him a lot in this life. But this dude right here is destined for the lake of fire, pretty much. You know why? Because he was all kind of sin and iniquity. He didn't know the true and living God at all. How you know that, brother? Come on, man. Be real. The true and living God, as far as on a spiritual level, wasn't dealing with Quincy Jones. He gave him a lot of, earthly stuff, but that was the role the Lord put him here for. He channeled a lot of different, or he sent the angels to get this dude abilities that he could come up with music. That's his role. Everybody has a role to play. And Quincy Jones' role was music. He was a musician, of course. And he obviously was somebody from the past, but it doesn't matter now. That's it. That's the end. We'll see you soon with another lesson, video, Lord willing. And, Nothing else to say. Quincy Jones is dead at 91. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.